Space is silent, but not empty. It hides its secrets between shadows and stars, waiting for someone brave enough to ask the impossible. What if something ancient, something intelligent, has been orbiting Earth for thousands of years? Welcome to Biography Plus, where history, mystery, and truth collide. Don't forget to subscribe, because tonight, we're traveling beyond our skies to uncover the chilling mystery of the Black Knight satellite. It began not in space, but on Earth, in the year 1899, when a young inventor named Nikola Tesla was experimenting with radio transmissions in his Colorado Springs laboratory. One night, his instruments caught an unusual signal, a repeating pattern, rhythmic, intelligent, unlike any natural source. Tesla wrote in his notes, "The signals are not earthly. They are coming from beyond." Many dismissed him as eccentric, but decades later, other scientists would hear that same strange echo, a voice from the void. In the 1920s, Norwegian engineers began to report what they called long-delay echoes, radio signals that bounced back several seconds after being sent, as if something in space was reflecting them back to Earth. It wasn't the moon. It wasn't any known satellite, because satellites didn't exist yet. The mystery deepened. Then came 1954. Newspapers in the United States began reporting that the Air Force had detected two unknown objects orbiting Earth, years before any human-launched satellite was even possible. They called them dark satellites, and one of them would later be named the Black Knight. In 1960, a strange, tumbling object was photographed in polar orbit by a U.S. reconnaissance satellite. The object didn't match any known American or Soviet mission. It moved oddly, rotating and changing brightness, as if made of uneven surfaces or panels. Newspapers exploded with headlines, "Mysterious object circling Earth. Could it be alien?" The media called it the Black Knight satellite, a dark, silent watcher in the heavens. NASA later tried to explain it. They claimed it was space debris from a lost mission, perhaps a fragment from an American Discoverer satellite. But experts noted something odd. The Discoverer fragments had completely different trajectories. The Black Knight orbited the Earth from pole to pole, a polar orbit used only for advanced reconnaissance satellites decades later. And that raised a question. How could a piece of space junk take an orbit so precise, one that requires active control? In 1973, writer Duncan Lunan analyzed the early radio signals and proposed something shocking. He believed the signals contained a star map, one pointing to the constellation Boötes, home to the star Epsilon Boötis, a star system 13,000 years away from Earth's current position. If true, it meant the object wasn't a modern satellite. It was a message, a long-forgotten probe from an ancient civilization, watching Earth for millennia. Skeptics, of course, dismissed it. They said it was coincidence, misinterpreted data, media exaggeration. But every time the mystery faded, it came back, because the object refused to disappear. During STS-88, NASA's first shuttle mission to the International Space Station, astronauts captured several photographs of a black, irregularly shaped object floating above Earth. NASA called it thermal insulation, a piece of fabric that had drifted away during repairs. But the photos, they showed something different, too large, too structured, almost deliberate. For decades, the Black Knight has appeared and vanished from radar, surfacing in UFO research, conspiracy theories, and even official declassified files. Some call it alien, some call it ancient technology, and some, the cautious few, whisper that it's ours, a secret project hidden behind the curtain of Cold War secrecy. But perhaps the truth is simpler and stranger. Maybe the Black Knight isn't an object at all. Maybe it's a phenomenon, a cluster of anomalies, misunderstood signals, reflections of our own desire to find meaning in the void. Maybe it's not watching us. Maybe it's us, watching ourselves, projected through time and curiosity. Yet every time someone looks up, and that strange dark shape passes silently across the stars, the question returns. Why does it orbit in perfect alignment with Earth's poles? Who placed it there, and why? If it's debris, why does it appear intelligent? If it's ancient, how has it survived for 13,000 years? No telescope has given a definitive answer. No radar scan has captured its origin. And so the Black Knight remains, half myth, half metal, a ghost of the cosmos circling a planet that still doesn't understand its own beginnings. When we stare at the stars, we think we're searching for others. But sometimes, we're staring at our own reflection. A reminder that in all our progress and pride, we are still small, still curious, still afraid of the dark. This is Biography Plus, where we chase the truth behind legends and breathe life into the mysteries that time tried to bury. If this story left you questioning what's real and what's not, then like, share, and subscribe, because next time, we're going even deeper into the strange and the forgotten.